Boom. What's up? I just had an epic day of snowboarding. I'm here in Austria, specifically Kaprun. I was snowboarding at Zelem See, which is a local resort. I have access to 3 resorts. And I said this the other day, and I'll say it again. My bad days are so fucking good, and my good days are fucking unbelievable. And again, just to bring this home, I started the feeling experiment on December 12th, 2018. And so I had this vision of following my instincts or following my heart, following my dream, my one love, speaking my truth, and just putting this out there. Because I'm curious, truly curious in what will happen to me and what will happen to my world and my reality as I move forth from the space that I've created over the last 2 years. So, reflecting on the last almost 2 months, because it roughly started in December when I moved to San Francisco, I just rattled my metaphorical bird cage, if you will, because I had been living with one roommate for the last 4.5 years. And then I moved to San Francisco, where I moved into a co-op with 30 people. Which again completely shook my comfort zone. And the beautiful thing about my time at Chateau Mbutu, and if you ever have an opportunity to visit Chateau Mbutu in Lower Haight or live there and be a part of the co-op, I'd highly recommend it. It's a beautiful experience. But a couple of things that I took away from Chateau Mbutu is not only can I live in an environment with 30 plus people, but I could thrive in this environment. And not only that, it was built into the structure of the house and the co-op. It was a place for people to grow and a space for individuals to explore themselves, which is something that I was able to do and receive instantaneous feedback from a multitude of different individuals. Again, I went through this huge shift in the month of December 2018, where I was an accountant up until the 7th of December. Then I retired from accounting, and then I started a new career as a professional holistic lifestyle coach. And so now I'm leading by example because I'm my first client, and I'm just curious if I'm still questioning holistic lifestyle and what I've learned from the Czech Institute, because Paul and Angie, they both say, and again, they're the founders of the Czech Institute. They both say, question us and question what you learn and then put it into practice and see what happens. And so I've been doing that with my health from a holistic standpoint. Now I'm doing that with my life. So I moved out of Chateau Mbutu on, the 2nd of January. The 4th of January, I went to grounding camp with Elliot Hulse, and was there as a volunteer to support not only myself, but the other campers and the participants of grounding camp. And this was a beautiful experience for me to really create some space for my time in San Francisco, the Bay Area, being a high net worth tax accountant, and then, just shaking, again, I guess you could say shaking, how would I say that? Allowing myself the space to breathe. So it was a beautiful weekend. If you have the opportunity to go to grounding camp in the future with Elliot, highly recommend it. Revolutionizing experience to go through and endure. Then on the 7th, exactly 1 month after I retired from accounting, I was on an airplane from Austin, Texas to San Francisco, San Francisco to Seattle, Seattle to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to Salzburg, then a shuttle from Salzburg to Kaprun, where I am now. And for about the last 21 days, I just finished my 22nd day consecutively of snowboarding, which maybe I'll circle back to in a minute. But I've been in this bubble or this immersive experience becoming a snowboard instructor. And this has been by far one of the most humbling experiences that I've been through. Okay, obviously you have the international travel, which is one thing. I've never been to Austria. I've never been to Cameroon. I don't speak German. Excuse me. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. I speak a little Dutch, or speak a little bit of German. Excuse me. So I speak a little bit of German, and I'm learning more. But one of the challenging things for me is I've been snowboarding for 17 years, and I come here and we're learning Driftsprung mit Gewichtsverlagerung, yeah, which is your basic drift turn for beginners. This is the first turn that you teach beginners, and I failed it. I failed the most basic turn you could take when it comes to snowboarding. And I learned, as one of my instructors said it, that my biomechanics roughly is shit. That my style and what I thought and was good and what looked good was just shit. So over the last 22 days of snowboarding consecutively and going through instruction, I've been changing the way I orient myself in the world through my snowboarding. Again, snowboarding for me is one of my one loves. Snowboarding is not necessarily my one love. Connection's my one love, but snowboarding supports my one love. And again, it allows me to explore everything I fucking love about being alive. Creativity. I'm an artist on the mountain, creating, like, my snowboard is a brush, the mountain is a canvas, and I'm just creating beauty everywhere I go and flowing and zigging and zagging through the mountain. I fucking love it. It's a beautiful experience. Sense of exploration. I could go anywhere in the world with my snowboard, and I could snowboard and meet new people and have an amazing opportunity. Challenge, because obviously I'm always pushing it and progressing and moving forward. Adrenaline, sense of like I said, adventure, and like just really challenging and pushing myself forward. So yeah, this is snowboarding, and I love it. And then we come to a little bit more of, okay, so there's all this good, but what's really happening? Emotionally, energetically, checking in right now, what's really happening? And the truth of that is, I've gone through, and I've been going through, one of the hardest periods of my life. Like, imagine for a second, and I don't need to imagine because this is real for me. Like, this archetype that I've created, this avatar of like tax accountant doing this thing in the Bay Area, gone. The safety and security of stability reflected in my career as a high net worth tax accountant, gone. Again, being able just to blend in and just be another American, gone. Like, I'm sitting at dinner tables with people from England, from Croatia, from Denmark, from Hungary, from Latvia. If you don't know where that is, neither did I. So I've just had this wild experience of being completely immersed into a different culture and into Europe. And it's been challenging. It's been really fucking hard. I've noticed myself slip into internet addiction again, being on Facebook and Instagram, just scrolling, doing nothing, watching porn, like eating shitty food, like really stepping away from everything, not really, but moving, drifting away from really everything that helped me get here. And it's all part of the process. It's all part of